betting preview. The big juicy part of the podcast here. We're covering all three tours this week. So strap in.
Oh, crikey.
It's going to get wild.
Wow.
We'll start with the PGA Tour. Paul, what do you know about the Farmers Insurance Open and the Great Torrey Pines?
Well, as you say, it's played at the Torrey Pines, the north and south course. They alternate between the north and south for the first two rounds, and then after the cut, play the final around 3 and 4 at the harder south course. The 2008 US Open was played there. You probably remember it. It was the one where Tiger Woods beat Rocco Mediate
On one leg.
On one leg. In fact, they came back, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, 18-hole
Playoff.
Yeah. John Rahm likes it here.
He does.
He likes it a lot.
Yep.
You certainly need distance off the tee here. Accuracy not as important. Around the green, if your short game's going well, that will also help. And don't tell John Rahm, but apparently you need to be quite a good putter to play here. If you're looking for some course correlation, then have a look up north of the border to the Canadian Open, where a number of players who have had success there have also had success here at the Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, nice. In my notes here, I had the phrase drive for show, putt for dough circled, where, as you say, if you're long off the tee, you'll have the advantage, but it will come down to your ability to find the green and putt the ball in the hole. Of the guys who finished inside the top 10 last year, 3 of them were top 10 in strokes gained putting, and 4 of them were top 10 strokes gained around the green. So pretty key stats there for me. Tom, anything to add there? The Torrey Pines this week?
A couple of things. With the NFL Championships on this week, it actually starts on Wednesday, so Thursday our time. So just be aware of that if you're looking to get bets on. And then if you are looking at betting on a first round leader, the North course is definitely the easier of the two. So I'm assuming the odds sort of reflect that in terms of first round leaders. But if you're going to do that, I'd certainly be looking at someone who's starting on the North course.
We've actually got, sorry, just to interrupt.
They usually split it,
breaking
don't they?
news on the Cutline podcast here. Yeah, we've actually got first round leader for both courses.
Yeah.
I see. Bugger. Okay. Well, there goes my edge that I was sort of anticipating, but that makes sense, doesn't it, when you're playing 2 different courses?
Yeah.
Okay, so just ignore that last sort of 30 seconds then. And other than that, yeah, like you say, I'm looking at guys that can hit long this week. I think driving distance, birdies on par 5s. There's lots of par 4s. So I think guys who are sort of up there in terms of approaches from some 200 plus are going to be in the mix.
Nice. Let's start with me, because I won last week.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Lost
you
the least.
were the least loser.
Just, normal transmission has resumed on the cut line, hasn't it? I'm torn this week. I'm torn. If I say a name and you've got it on your sheet, let me know and I'll go the other way.
Natalie Imbruglia.
I'm tossing up between Xander and my boy Tony this week.
Yep. I've got Tony in my mix here, mate.
You've got Tony in the mix?
Yes.
Well, I'll go.
Do you want to know something?
Well, you've got Xander.
I've got Tony.
Oh, you've got Tony?
Yes.
Well, okay, we could go 2 ways here. I could go Xander and keep it mixed up, or
Tony becomes a whoop whoop.
We can all go in on Tony, and I like that one. I like that. That sounds better.
Do it.
So let's go Tony Finau at $26. Big Toner now, 2-time winner on the PGA Tour. This guy loves Torrey Pines. In the last 5 years at this tournament, T2, T6, T13, T6, T4. He did miss the cut at the US Open, but I can forgive him for that. In the last 12 months, he ranks inside the top 10 for strokes gained tee to green. And in the last 3 months versus the field, ranks 15th tee to green and off the tee, 25th in approach and 65th around the greens. He's gaining distance off the tee over the field in in 96% of his last 27 measured rounds. Tony is a monster. He is top 3 in 4 of the key strokes gained categories against the field of Tory. That is total tee to green, short game, and around the greens. So Tony Finau for me. Tom.
Well, you absolutely nailed it. I think the one thing you missed is he's actually into $23 now. So already been some early movement. But no, I completely agree with what you say in terms of the course record, in terms of the stats that we're looking for. Yeah, I mean, he's shaken off that non-winner tag last year
Yes.
in a small field, but I think new year coming off the back of a win late last year looks like a great bet.
Oh,
Tony Finau.
oh yeah, lock it in, baby. I love it when we go all in. Hasn't worked out in the past, but I love it.
I'd like to know who you've got for your mid-tier.
Yeah, well, this could be. I'll go first.
There's a big mid part of the market there, so we shouldn't double up here.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
I'm going Max Homer at
Right.
$51.
One of your old buddies.
He is, but now he's also like Tony, a tour winner. Got a couple of wins. What has he got? 3 wins now. He's a West Coast native. He won the Genesis last year, then the Fortinet Championship 17 starts later. Against the field at Tory, he ranks inside the top 3rd in majority of the strokes gained categories we're looking at here. He finished in a tie for 18th here last year and T9 before that. Ticks a lot of boxes for me. Max Homer at $51. Tom?
Very nice. I'm going back to the well with Matthew Wolff. Stuck out, yeah. He's pretty hot and cold, isn't he? But I think just looking at his driving distance, his par 5 scoring, he's got to be a shout here this week. He missed the cut last week, but didn't actually play that bad. And he's had sort of 2 wins in his career coming off missed cuts. So big in driving distance, big in approaches over 250, ranks right up there. And yeah, give him a go. Matty Wolff at $51.
Nice. Paul?
Australian Mark Leishman
Oh,
at $31. He's playing some very, very good golf at the moment, and his putter has gone well for him as well. He finished 10th at the Tournament of Champions, 36 at the Sony Open on a course that probably didn't suit him too much. He had a couple of top 5s towards the end of last year. He pretty much, if Tony Finau loves Torrey Pines, then Mark Leishman really, really likes it a lot. He won here 2 years back. He's had a couple of runner-ups at Torrey Pines. The course suits him well. As I said, he is putting-wise 12th in strokes gained putting so far on tour. Also can hit it. Averages over 305 off the tee. So we know he can get it down there. I just like the way he's playing at the moment. And it seems to suit him at Torrey Pines. So got Mark Leishman in at $31.
I did look at Leish, but he's burned me the last couple of weeks.
Oh, you know he's going to strike now.
Definitely win now. Get on, punters. Cool. And Ruffy.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
My Ruffy this week. Gary Woodland at $126. He's pretty much fallen off the face of the earth since winning the US Open in 2019 on the back of some injuries and some bad form. And is somewhat turned into an all-or-nothing type player, which I can get behind. In his last 9 tournaments, he's only made 4 cuts, but the results have been okay. T11 T7, 74th, and T9. So if he makes the cut, he's more or less in contention. He was T48 here last year, missed the cut the year prior, which was, peak injury. And before that, he was T9, T12, and T20. So he knows the course and can hit it a long way. So Gary Woodland, 126s. Tom?
Yeah, we're singing off the same hymn sheet there, Carl. I've got Gary Woodland as well at 126. You always feel like watching this guy, like obviously he's a US Open champion, but is it a bit of a waste of talent, or is it, injuries, like you say, sort of curtailed his seasons the last few years. When he's on. He's one of the bigger ball strikers out there, and for an ex-US Open champion who, can strike the ball and looks relatively suited to Torrey Pines. I think he's my roughie as well at $126.
Trifecta, Paul?
I'm going Mito Pereira.
Oh, yes.
At $101.
Did you ask for permission off Tom?
Yeah, I was going to say, I did look at him as well this week.
He's another one who's got enough distance off the tee to be suited towards Torrey Pines. I would have liked to have seen him over the course a wee bit more than obviously the players that you guys have selected. But he just showed, I think, last season that he's a player on the up. And I think he could get things rolling here. So Mito Pereira at 101.
Nice. Okay. We'll cover all three tournaments and we'll do some betting like we did last week. So we'll move on to the DP World Tour and the Dubai Desert Classic. Tom, what do you know about the course and what we're looking for here?
Well, it's the sort of first proper championship golf course in the Middle East, wasn't it? I mean, they've been playing there for years. A lot of bunkers, a lot of water. Guys like Rory have a good affiliation to the course, and some very nice greens to putt on. It should play a lot easier than what we saw at the Yes last week. It's always sort of quite a good watch, I guess, this tournament, and a great field once again.
Starts nice and early too, tomorrow afternoon, I think, 4 o'clock maybe, 5 o'clock, something like that.
Lots and lots of golf tomorrow then.
Yeah. Paul, anything to add?
I'm looking for links form. I think it's very much a link style course. The ability to perform in the desert as well. So combine those two sort of qualities, and I think you'll go a long way to finding a winner or at least a top 5 finish here.
Yeah. Same. I had course form, desert form, links form as the top 3 keys there. I think they've played 30 of the 32 Desert Classics at this course. So a lot of stats to get in behind there. Pretty big fairways. Guys with length off the tee have an advantage. But like all golf courses, you need to be able to get on the green and putt it in the hole. They've redone all the greens since last year, made them a little bit bigger, a few more undulations, so that'll be interesting. But let's get into it. I'm going to go my best bet in this tournament. Man, we talked about briefly before, Tyrrell Hatton.
Oh, get away.
Yeah.
Fair dinkum.
Tyrrell Hatton. He loves desert golf.
×2.
Oh, wow.
×2.
He doesn't love Yas Links, though. And as I said,
not when it's windy anyway.
Not when it's windy.
And not the 18th hole. Apart from that.
But he did finish T6 last week.
After all that, he finished in the top 10.
Unbelievable. And he's finished 3rd here twice. He's won the Abu Dhabi Championship and, of course, the Alfred Dunhill Links twice. So he's got course form, links form, and desert form. Big tick. Tyrrell Hatton at $17. Paul, that's you too?
B, tick.
Tom?
No way, surely not. He's going for a McIlroy or a Morikawa.
No, he's going Hovland.
I wanted to, but just at the price, I think I've found Bernd Wiesberger at $29.
Ooh.
basically on course form. He was 6th here last year, and he's had 3 other top 10s here as well. He played pretty well last week, but bogeyed the last couple of holes to just finish outside the top 10. And tee to green, he's one of the best on tour in terms of ball striking. And yeah, I think at $29, the point of difference. I don't think I've ever taken him before, but he's going to be my best this week.
Nice. I also like Shane Lowry here too.
Oh yeah.
But
I've got George Harper,
him
man on the
right.
ground, said Shane's lining up plenty of drinks on Sunday, and he said he'd love to have a reason to be drinking. That is the trophy.
He doesn't need a reason.
how about finishing +5 on the final day and blowing a
Wow.
win last week? There's a reason.
Yeah.
Alrighty, mid-tier.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
I'm going for a guy who finished T2 last week. Rafa Cabrera Bello.
Oh, wow.
Ew.
Ding ding.
Really?
Yeah.
This
We got to finish second, and he's paying $41.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was horrible off
I mean-
the tee last week too. He lost about half a stroke to the field off the tee.
Yeah.
And he's a
And runner up here in 2012.
previous winner, not of this tournament, sorry, he won 5 starts ago, the Spanish Open. Former winner here, as you said, he's got a T2, an 11th, a 6th. He's contended an Open, an Abu Dhabi Championship, and gaining strokes on the greens in 5 of his last 11 starts, including nearly 2 strokes last week on the greens. So that'll do it for me. Rafa Cabrera.
Likewise here.
Oh,
No, I'm not going, Mr. Cabrera. I'm going with another person who finished inside the top 10 last week.
let me guess. Is he French?
No,
Oh,
he's English. Mr. Ian Poulter.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Gross.
I do like him under these conditions. As I said, he finished alongside Tyrell Hatton last week at 7 under in a tie for 6. He finished, when was it? Towards the end of last year in Dubai for the DP World Tour Championship. Also finished in a tie for 6 at 12 under. I know he's starting to get on. I just saw enough of him last week it looked like his all-round game was just coming back again, especially that first round. And I think he handled those windy conditions fairly well in round 2. So I do like the look of Ian Poulter, and I think at $34, I'm going to have a little stab at him. Ian Poulter.
You can have all of them at
Wow.
$34.
Wow.
No thanks. Roughies.
Do I sense a head-to-head bet? Rafa versus Poulter. Chocolate fish
Yeah.
on the line.
Why not? If any of you guys are taking my roughie here, I'm going to.
Oh,
This could
I've got
be
a bad feeling.
Is he South African?
No.
Oh, there we go. That's a good start.
No.
Okay, we're good.
It looks like a long shot, baby.
Justin Harding at $101 for me. Another desert player who needs to be considered at odds here. He's won the Qatar Masters in 2019, 7th here at this tournament in 2019. He was 37th in 2020 and 27th last year. So he obviously knows the course. Finished T25 last week, and that was with a blowout 3 over on the final day. Hits it long and straight, 37th in driving distance, 3rd in driving accuracy. He's 8th in greens and regulation and top 30 in putts per green and regulation and average putts. So I will have a little crack at Justin Harding at $101. Tom.
Fair play. I'm taking a hot hand, a man who nearly won his 3rd career DP World title last week, and that's runner-up Shubhankar Sharma, the Indian.
Shubanka.
Yeah.
Inquiry.
Uh,
Not sure he hits the threshold here.
So you're saying that mids are anything from $30, and then the roughies have to be over 100? I thought we'd scaled the whole thing down. They have to be over 100.
Oh, have we?
I don't know.
Look, you're only here
I'm
for a
asking
couple
you.
of weeks, so we'll let it go.
Yeah, give me the
We'll let it go.
give me the
Unless you-
90s. He's rough. He's rough. But for a guy that finished runner up and still paying $90, yeah, I can't go past him. He's at form. I think before last week he finished tied third at the Spanish Open as well, so he's in nick. I think you can do worse than finding a guy who's had a third and a second in his last couple of starts at $91.
Nice. Paul,
I'm going with Haotong Lee at $101.
former winner.
A former winner. However, the last 2 times he's had a visit to the Dubai Classic, he's missed the cut. But as you say, back in 2018, he did win this tournament. The following year, he had a top 15 finish. And I think we saw in his first round last week, he was shooting pretty well. He hated the wind on the second day. He blew out completely and missed the cut. But I saw enough on day one, plus the fact that he has performed here in previous years and won. I'm happy to take Haotong Lee, a former winner, at over $100, 101.
Nice. And now we move on to the LPGA and the Gainbridge at Boca Rio.
This is your one.
My one.
Yeah.
Bit more of a one of the more quirky courses in the rotation. Big wide open fairways, but need to be able to hit the ball both ways as you approach the green and create some shots. The ability to score on par fives, I think, will be crucial. There's 4 of them on the card. And as always, putting, being able to putt helps. Anything I've missed there, Paul?
No, I think you've pretty much covered it. Yeah, as you say, the ability to shape the ball both ways comes in here big time. And then the flat stick on fire, which I get the feeling we're probably going to be saying every single week pretty much.
Yeah.
As you say, driving for show, putting for dough.
Yeah.
That goes pretty much any single time. If you're not firing on the greens, it's very unlikely you're going to be winning a tournament.
Yes.
So,
cool. Tom, anything to add?
No, you boys got it covered.
Alrighty. Get straight into it. My best bet for this tournament. Ooh, I'm going to go Danielle Kang at $17. Last week's winner. No. Can start the year back to back. One thing we didn't mention, this tournament wasn't played here last year. It was played at
where they played last week, wasn't it?
What's it called? No.
The Nona.
Nona something or other.
Yeah.
But it's gone back to Boca Rio, where it was played 2 years ago, and Danielle Kang finished third there, 2 shots behind Madeline Sagstrom. She can find a green. She's one of the better putters on tour. She makes plenty of birdies. She was ranked 16th in 2021. She had 33 rounds in the 60s last season, which had her 10th. So I think winning form can see her win again. Danielle Kang at $17. Tom.
Yep, times 2. I basically just saw last week's results. I was close to taking her last week, and I was kicking myself once I saw the leaderboard. Yeah, $17 for a hot hand. Why not?
Nice. Paul.
Well, I won't abandon Lydia. I'm sticking with our girl. She was around $5 to win last week. She's ballooned out to 11. Probably based on the fact that Nelly Corder is playing so well,
Or the fact that there's 3 times as many people in the field.
I think you can rule a line through a number of them. But Lydia is just playing so consistently these days that I just can't not put her in my betting scheme somehow. So, well, she's ranked 11th in driving distance. She's really sort of ramped up there.
Yeah.
With her new swing. Driving accuracy has never been a problem. Putting average, she's 8th in putting average. So I just really, really like the way she's playing at the moment. So, yeah, Lydia Ko, who is at $11 to win.
Nice.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
Mid-tier for me. I'm going with someone I picked last week, and she saluted for me last week. Matilda Castron. Speaking of ballooning out, her odds, she's gone out to $71 this week.
Creepers.
Yeah. She was 23rd in driving distance last week, which is almost dead last. But 3rd in driving accuracy, 2nd in green and regulation. So can find a fairway, can find a green. It's more of a hunch play than anything, I guess. I think the Solheim Cup has probably unlocked something there for Matilda. So I'm happy to ride it until she crashes, basically. So Matilda Castron at $71.
Well, you did get a return from her last week.
I did. A whole $3, $1.30. Something right. Tom.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Madeline Sagstrom at $51. Like you say, 4 par 5s, crucial to try and take advantage of those. And she is one of the longer hitters out there, actually. So I'm happy with her at $51 as my mid-tier play this week.
Cool.
I'm going with, well, if Shane Lowry's playing well on the European Tour, I think countrywoman Leona Maguire has, oh, crikey. She's just, well, the last time I looked, she was 31. She's now $29.
Oh.
So,
Well, I guess if we're letting Tom, we can probably let you do it too.
Leona Maguire, who was another one who was finishing off very, very nicely last season. And if she can return with any sort of that form, she'll certainly be up there. So, yeah, Leona Maguire for me at $29.
Nice. And Ruffy.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
Can't remember if we picked her last week or not. Sophia Popov.
We did.
We did at $126.
We did.
I'm not just doing copy and paste, I promise. She did play well for 3 rounds last week. I think she finished T18. And her final round was a 4 over 76. So not great, but I'll take 3 out of 4. She's in the top half of the field in driving distance last week, 12th. She was 10th for greens and regulation. Just let down with the putter. So at $126, if she can get the putter rolling, she is a chance. If not for a top 20, top 10, maybe a win. Tom?
I'm going to go with the Australian Sue O at $101. She's coming across from Aussie, where she won the WPGA Championship Royal Queensland last week. Obviously, a big step up against Corder and Co. and Co.
Boom.
But yeah, $101 for a player in form. I mean, yeah, I don't think she can probably win it. I just feel like these women's tournaments quite top heavy, aren't they? Some of them, like, you know, without looking past the sort of first 5 or 6 players, it's hard to sort of see the winner coming from elsewhere. But $101, I think she's worth the play. Top 20, top 30.
Nice. Alrighty, that's us, is it?
I'm taking
of-
Stacey Lewis for
sorry.
my Ruffy. She was my mid-tier pick last week.
She's ballooned out too.
She has to 126. I'm very, very happy to take that. I know round 3 and 4 weren't that flash, but on the Thursday and the Friday, she did look like she was getting back to her best, and she's had success on tour course. She's a mum now. I think that she can certainly finish in a top 10 here. So happy to take Stacey Lewis for a Ruffy.
Nice. Okay, now that's us. Sorry, I'm just building some bets here while we're talking. Let's go to some betting. And of course, we've got $100 to put where we want across the 3 tours this week. I will go through my bets first, we will have some power plays up for anyone interested. They've been going pretty well the last couple of weeks. Not sure if we hit one last week. None of the ones I bet on hit anyway. So
I got Tyrell Hatton. Top 20.
you did your part.
I did my
You did your part for the team.
You guys let me down, but
Shane Lowry let me down. Anyway. Okay, my $100. I just want to make sure 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Cool. $10 on Tony Finau to win at $26. $40 on Tony Finau top 10 at $3.50. Then I will go to the DP World Tour and I'm going to go $10 on Tyrrell Hatton at $17 to win. $10 on Tyrrell Hatton top 10 at $3.30. And then over to the LPGA. Danielle Kang top 5, $10 on at $5.25. Now I'm hoping, I was told the top 10 market will go up for the woman. So if it does, I'm going to take Matilda Castron at top 10 there. Should be around that $7 mark. So I'll put 10 on her there. And then I'm going to have a little multi. $5 on Shane Lowry top 20, Xander top 20, Danielle Kang top 5. Paying $23.15. So 5 on that. And then I will save my last 5 for one of our power plays that are yet to be published. But I'll let you two know as soon as I've made that selection. Tom, where's your $100 going?
$100. I'm going to look at a couple of multis as well. My first $20 multi is Tony Finau, top 10 at $3.50, with Shane Lowry, top 20 at $2.10. 20 into 147. I'm going to go another similar one in Dubai. Top Australian, Adam Scott, played bloody well last week, looks in the zone. He's paying $2.10. And at the Farmers, the top Asian player, Hideki Matsuyama at $2.50. Again, in the absolute zone. So I'm having a $30 multi there into 157. I'm going, staying in Dubai. I'm sticking with my man Dean Burmester. Let me down somewhat last week, but I think top South African at $5 is a good bet. So I'm having 20 on Dean Burmester as my top South African. I am staying in Dubai and I'm going on my best bet, Bernd Wiesberger. I'm just going top 10 for him at $4.50, 20 on at $4.50 into 90. And my last 10 is going on Victor Hovland to win at $10.
Wow.
Makes sense of that. Bit different, but I mean, a couple of duck eggs in a row, donuts in a row, you got to switch it up.
Chasing the win. Yeah. I'll rate that. Tell
okay. Let's start with the. Do I go PGA? Yeah. We'll go to Torrey Pines first. I'm going to have a $20 bet on Tony Finau for a top 5 finish at $6. Another $20 bet on Mark Leishman for a top 5 finish at $8.50. Heading to the desert now. I'm taking a $25 bet on Tyrell Hatton for a top 5 finish at $4.50. And then to the LPGA, $10 on Lydia to win at $11. $20 on Lydia for a top 5 finish. And I'm saving 5 for a power play.
Nice.
I'm guessing that Tony Finau is going to feature prominently in our power plays.
I would say so. I can't believe we're all on Tony. I think, imagine Teddy must be, if he's listening to this, Teddy, Get that up, yeah. That'll do us. No, it won't.
Are you going to do an offer or
We've
something?
got a little surprise for the listeners.
Hey.